Alright, there's just starting to screen because I don't care. Haha, okay, here we are. Where will I? Welcome.
We're not.
Okay,
Oh,
what the hell was that?
What was what?
I just heard like a countdown in the lobby. As if we were going to start. Okay, never mind.
Well, yeah.
Apparently it's nothing. Alright, yes, hello everybody. Welcome along to Race 6 of Season 2 of the Lom Cup here at AZcom. It seems like EBN is not going to be streaming today because I guess Nino is asleep again. Well, that happens sometimes, I guess.
So that means we have no commentary today when I'm right.
From me, yes, but not from EBN at least.
No. Did I miss something? Good evening, by the way. I'm sorry when I'm sounding a bit, sick because reason is I have a little sore throat. Yeah, thank you.
Apologies if Daniel sounds a little sick because they are. So yeah, they're trying their best. There won't be a German stream
today. Did I miss something? Or
as far as I know, not right now.
Yeah. As far as I know, we have in general no commentary today.
No, before we start the lobby, I'm just gonna quickly look if a little bit of information today. We're expecting a bit of chaos. Well, a few safety cars. There's a bunch of Raiko's SAR's gone for some reason. I don't know. They left the server similarly to how people have done so in the past. I don't exactly know what the reason is this time. Doesn't really matter. In other news, EBN Sports has last weekend revealed their brand new Netflix-like series in Lom Cup War on Wheels. You can find the trailer for it on the EBN Sports channel, and I think it could also be on the Lom Cup channel itself. No, it is on the EBN Sports channel. You can find it there.
We can look at it. Maybe
it looks very cool.
Would be a last idea.
It's going to have Nino and interviews live on scene with Rio Montano. Obviously, with what is it? Obviously, Nino lives in LA, if I'm correct, and Rio's from Mexico. I don't know exactly where, but I guess it's close enough to go meet each other. Anyways, it sounds like we're starting.
Yeah, well, I would say we'll see you after the race when the headline is correct, the title. We have no commentary.
Yes, I mean we will have English commentary and a split stream into FX only.
Well, so we have this stream where we're on right now.
Now, give me just a moment. I am going to mute myself real quick because I need to check if the commentary is on one but not on the other. Daniel should be hearable on the FX stream right now. That is because it uses my desktop sound, but not my microphone. So, but it should be fine for now. I'm just gonna check. Give me a second.
Oh.
Okay, confirmed. It works. Nice. Oh, it's raining! Alright, I'm going to switch to the live scene. And here we are.
I will mute me due to the race.
Yes, okay. Thank you.
See you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have rain at Baku, Azerbaijan. Now, personally, I hope this doesn't happen during the race, because the main straight in its capabilities of producing good overtakes is, yeah, pretty big. Especially with DRS, you can get a lot of overtakes real quick. But yeah. Okay, we've got a car looking to come out of the pits. A bit of teleporting all over the place. There's a bunch of people exiting the pits right close to each other. Looks like Rio Montano there, I think was one of them. And the two Williams of Milan Derksen and Pim Groenewegen. There's the two Ferraris of Marian Zink and Rafael Spreng. We have no unusual names today, but does... No, nothing surprises me right now. That's good. Okay. I do like how the broadcast sound setting does make this sound like a proper broadcast with the microphones only switching every once in a while. On the topic of Codemasters doing stupid things, in case you didn't know, a few weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago or so, they accidentally gave every player some customization items in the form of helmets, accidentally for free. They were all called helmet, I remember, yeah. They were all, and we accidentally got them all for free. And when Codemasters noticed this, you would not want to believe what their solution was. Their solution was to remove them from everyone's inventory and then give us enough Bitcoin to buy one of them. One. Are you serious, Codemasters? And I came with that topic because we see one of the helmets here on Pim's head. Anyways, he starts his lap. And Rio Montano pits. Let me quickly see what that could be for. Oh, he's definitely in the wall now. I want to check real quick what's going on here. Ah, he's lost his front wing. That is not optimal. We switch back to Pim Groenewegen. He's just about to finish Sector 1 now. Now this weekend I'm going to work on letting my commentary have a bit more excitement show through. I didn't really do that in previous iterations of this championship. I'm gonna try to make moments sound a little more exciting than they are. Now we've got a slow AlphaTauri. I think that is just to let someone through. Here comes Pim towards the castle section. Difficult to take in dry, so even more difficult to take in the wet. But he takes it well. Cuts that curb a little. A little bit of a drift there. As it comes down to, what is it, turn 12 or so, I think. Yes, 13, and here it comes down to turn 14. Wait, is it? 15, 16, 17, 18, wait. No, I don't think it is. I think it's slightly higher in the corner number, but who cares? Because I sure don't. Well, you would call it a flat out sprint, but it isn't really. You're going to have to lift a tiny little bit. You could see it right there. And a big slide coming out of the final corner. But here he comes towards the line. He's going to be the first one to finish his lap. And he comes across the line to set a 151.3. Nick Turnison spun. Milan Derksen. 151.1. Rafael Sprenger 50.8. A big surprise there. Marion Zink, I think, has messed up their lap because they were right behind their teammate and are now a lot further back than they were before. And yeah, they are pitting, I think. Yeah, they are. Ah, shit. I almost got it. Lucas Alfiades. Okay, so we got 52.6 and a 53.6. Lucas Derksen goes first with a 50.6. Next guard across the line is, I think, no, that is his teammate. Hubert Pawlikowski, he's going into the pits. Oh, you can see the chaos of Baku. Hubert Pawlikowski, you can see he's lost his front wing. At this point in the season, you're going to start wondering how Hubert managed to pose a title challenge. Dominic, 5th, 152.5. McLaren into the pits. I'm going to assume it's Rio Montano getting ready to start a lap now. He had to replace his front wing. He's out now. Here comes to start a new lap. And we watch as Marcel van Laar approaches the main straight. Crosses the line and goes 4th with a 51.3. Next up, Saeed Al-Falassi, number 43, AlphaTauri. What can he do? Only a 52.9, that puts him in 8th place. Who's next? One of the Williams, who I'm going to assume is heading off into the pits. Yeah, they are, but make sure you don't do it too quickly. There's a Ferrari right behind him. That is Raphael Sprain. And Raphael Sprain continues and goes fastest. And Milan Derksen actually goes faster than Lucas Derksen. Impressive. So either it's not raining that much and the track is getting a bit better with these intermediates, but it's not really going to be good enough for dries towards the end of the session. But you see, it's probably improving then. Luke Teunissen, is he on? Yeah, he's on an outlap again. Marian Zig behind. Oh, never mind. I thought. And Raphael Springs lost his front wing. How? Switch back to Rio Montanao as Lucas Derksen finishes his second lap, not sure what for, or he recharged and is now gearing up for another lap. I think that is the case, and Joshua Marshall's out. He's crashed. You see turn 3, the yellow flag. Oh, he's hit the inside wall. Some really excited fans there in the background. Meanwhile, Rio Montanao has gone 6th and 151.7. Marian Zink starts their lap. One of the Red Bulls has gone into the pits again. Jure Palakovsky's on an out lap. Let's watch Marian Zink then. We know Marian Zink is fast. They won their first race at Suzuka in Japan. What can they do this time around? Lucas Derksen is out. Oh, and don't tell me he's done it. Don't tell me he's done it. Going to watch the first person to arrive on scene in the form of... the wall hitting... Oh, never mind, he's already gone. I'm going to assume from that Lucas Derksen hit the wall. Wow, he sure is Leclerc. Fast in quali, unlucky in races, and crashes into the wall in the castle section at Baku. Well, that's Leclerc for you. Here comes Marian Zink, down towards turn 14. I'm just going to keep calling it 14, then we can count corners to see which one is which. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This track's got 20 corners, so there must be a corner in there that I'm not counting, then it is counting. Whatever, it shouldn't matter too much. Marian Zink onto the final straight. Let's see what top speed can they reach in the wet. 3:33. It will be 3:32, and they go second. So, yeah, that's going to be the first time this season Milan Derksen out-qualifies Lucas Derksen for the first time this season. That's already set in stone. We've got another few position swaps. I'm close to keeping a close eye. And yes, Luke Teunissen goes up to third with a 150.3. Got a car approaching the main straight. I can't find him. That's him. 50.5. I think he's on 4-lap old intermediates. I think he might want to change onto a new set now and do a few more laps. I think that's his best bet at this point. Got a Red Bull approaching the pit lane. That is Jure Pawlikowski. He's on his first lap. And he goes there with a 150.2. So currently the only 149 from Raphael Sprain, but only by about just over half a tenth of a second. So it's not a lot, but it is something. Invalid lap for Palakowski. That must then be his teammate. No, it's one of the Haas. There we go. Labadatu Radu goes up to 8th. 151.2. We've got, who's that? Is that? No, it's not. Pim has gone up to 3rd. I missed that somewhere. Milan Derksen goes up to 3rd now at 150.1. Milan has done a bit of practice on this track, you can clearly see. It outshines you. Get you Palakowski with an invalidated lap. Milan Derksen, 5 lap old intermediates, not bad. He's only just getting the temperature into them clearly. Pim cannot be on a hot lap, he has too little ERS for that. Labadatu Radu has just been on a hot lap. Milan Derksen has just been on one but still has enough ERS to do another one, but he's going to let the Red Bull by, so he's definitely not on one. So Marcel van Laar then is currently, I guess, the car we have to focus on, because he, I think, is on a hot lap. I'm just going to check his ERS usage. That's a very wide line into that corner, but if it works, if it does the trick, then go you. Marianne Zink on an out lap, and Rafael Spreng on a hot lap. Behind them is that Nikos Alfiadis? No. Oh, Rafael Spreng's on an invalidated lap. Pim is out. He's retired in the pit lane, so good for him. I don't see any point in doing this anymore. Now I think what we're seeing here is a smart move from Milan to stick behind Marcel van Laar. Hope he lets him through on the next straight. Get some slipstream, although I don't think that in the wet the slipstream is this powerful. No, I think that's a bit too far for the slipstream to do much. Marcel van Laar towards the line. 150.13 puts him in 9th place right now, but he stays there because he doesn't improve. Milan Derksen into the pits. He's probably going to try and rush out. Luke Teunissen goes on to pole. I didn't know he was on a hot lap. As far as I know, Rafael Spreng's on an invalidated lap. He's just saved his ERS to go for one more. We've got people out on out laps. By the names of Marian Zink, Juba Pavlikovsky, Rio Montano, and Dominic Kuchen. There's Rio Montano just behind Rafael Spreng going out of the pits. Just keep an eye. If I was Luke Teunissen, I would conserve now. Keep your tires up to temperature and then go for one more lap after this. Obviously, that is down to him. There's the purple sector 1. He only has to improve. He has to improve by just over half a second. So yeah, Luke Teunissen. I'm not sure. I think Raiko Sar technically still holds the championship lead, but now that he's gone, it's basically guaranteed that Luke Teunissen's now in the championship lead. So I'm just gonna say Luke is the championship leader at the moment. There is someone on softs. I saw someone on softs there for a second. I could almost swear. Marcel van Laar, he's definitely going to be racing down now. The game is not showing me the ERS usage, but by how fast Marcel's ERS is going down, I can see that he's pushing. Here he comes towards the line. A 151.3 becomes a 151.1, puts him in 8th place. Luke Teunissen. He's into the pits. That's his quali over. Rafael Spreng. Where will he be? Okay, take this one to the invite. I'll do that in a moment. He goes to pole. 148.8. What a lap! Rio Montano just started his lap. Someone going a bit slow there behind Marian Zink, but Marian Zink is going to be the next car across the line, so let's follow them in advance. Here they come. Apparently stream delay is massive. Don't exactly know what could be causing that. Marian Zink at 148.7. Just when you thought it couldn't get any faster. Apologies for missing stuff like this, but I had to try to get Tigas in here. Juraj Pawlikowski at 150.2 becomes a 150, well, still 0.2, and I think he improved by like a millisecond or so. Oh, and he goes into the wall quickly to get out the way of the Haas. Oh, and that is Marian Zink gone almost straight into the... Have they gone? No. Have they lost their front wing? No. Rio Montano, 11th place at 151.7 becomes 10th with a 151.1. Now I think most people are done with their laps now. The laps all over the place. Oh no, we still got a struggler here who's driving his lap. Dominic Kuchen, number 7 Mercedes. He's coming down towards the final 2 corners. And now onto that big long straight, though he's kind of out of ERS. That's not going to be a big benefit to him as he comes across the line. Will he just... yeah, he will just be able to edge it towards 0 as he crosses the line. And he goes to 3rd. So it wasn't a big benefit, but he still manages to do something good. Dominic Kuchen, 3rd in quali. And Juraj Pawlikowski retires on track. It is quali, so it doesn't really matter right now. Lapadatu Radu, I think he will be the last man to... Oh! Big into the wall! Oh, and just when it looks to... oh, come together a little there. It goes all so wrong. Oh, and is this Milan Derksen getting a tow from his fellow countryman Marcel van Laar? It is. They make a little touch, but as he crosses the line, Milan Derksen is 2nd! So, that's it for one interesting, exciting qualifying session. There's going to be a shake-up in the order of speed here. Marian Zink takes pole. Milan Derksen only barely misses out on getting pole himself. That was an amazing lap from him. With that Marcel van Laar slipstream at the end then. Raphael Spreng 3rd. Dominic Kuchen, an amazing 4th place in qualifying ahead of championship leader Luc Teunissen. Marcel van Laar, Pim Groenewegen, Juraj Pawlikowski, Lucas Derksen in 9th, who crashed early on in qualifying. Rio Montano, Lepidatu Radu, Said Al-Falassi, Nikos Alfiades, and no time from Joshua Marshall, who crashed before he got to finish his first lap. A 5-second gap though between fastest and slowest. Yeah, it's not optimal. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the so-called massive stream delay is, but it's under 20 seconds on my phone here, so don't think it should be that much. Here we go. Welcome to race 6 of season 2 here at Baku, Azerbaijan. The formation lap is just about to get underway. Yes, one light, and off they go. So, good news, lots of sun. Dry compounds, strategy. Always good to see. If that wasn't the case, we would have probably just had a one-stopper inter-to-inter race. If we had the conditions we had during qualifying. I'm going to quickly close my door. There we go. So, let's run you through the grid order and their tyre choice one more time. We've got Marian Zink on pole on the medium tire. Milan Derksen behind on the hards. Interesting. Rafael Spreng in the Ferrari on mediums. Dominic Kuchen in the Mercedes on mediums. Luke Tennyson, his teammate behind, on mediums as well. Then Marcel Villar on mediums in the Red Bull. The Williams of Pim Groenewegen makes a good qualifying session for Williams. Let's predict the pit stop strategy. Well, I mean, no one here started on soft, so I'm not sure what the game is presenting us with as a strategy there, but we can flip that strategy or the other way around for people who are on mediums. Now, as far as my insight goes, if you can stretch your medium stint long enough, you could be very lucky. Anyways, Lucas Derksen and Jure Panikowski on hards. Making it oh, we've had a touch during the formation lap between Luke Tennyson and Marcel Villar. That's not going to be good for them for their tire temperatures. Rio Montano closes off the top 10, meaning there's only 5 teams in the top 10. All drivers from those 5 oh, and 2 more people have touched. Lefnaturado on mediums, Saud Al-Falassi on mediums, and then Nikos Afiadis and Joshua Marshall on mediums as well. We watch on as the 2 Aston Martins touch and get disqualified from qualifying. Oh dear. Watch out in front of you and behind you, boys. Here comes Marian Zink. Lines up on their grid spot. Milan Derksen goes a bit too far. Rafael Spreng. As we see Lefnaturado going a bit too far, as well as Said Al-Falassi. And Lucas Derksen comes back somehow. Here come the lights! Watch Marian Zink on the left. And Milan Derksen on the right. Luke Tennyson's jumped the start. He's kept it cool and hasn't done anything weird. The lights are out and we're underway, and it's Milan Derksen on the inside of Marian Zink. That's brave on, and there's cars gone off. Luke Tennyson has gone off at turn 1. Marian Zink holds the lead, only just from Milan Derksen, who's trying to just zoom his way past. Going towards turn 3. Marcel Villar's just gone past Rio Montano. Oh, and a touch! And, well, no one actually goes round, but Rafael Spreng goes into the lead. A touch between Milan Derksen and Marian Zink causes Rafael Spreng to gain on both of them. Pim Groenewegen has had an amazing first sector. He's gone up from 7th to 4th. Jure Palikowski as well has profited. He's gone up to 5th. Dominic's dropped 2 positions. And Joshua from 14th to 7th in just a few corners. Amazing stuff from him. So these close battles here as they unfold. So, start not gone as to plan for Milan Derksen. He was trying his best to gain something, but he's probably going to have to let his teammate through now. Yeah, I already anticipated that was going to happen with that tyre difference, but luckily that was just a little bit of a touch that only actually seemed to gain him a bit of speed. So I'm going to assume now as they both almost go round. Dominic, he's been passed by Joshua Marshall. Oh, don't make it there. Oh! An off and a safety car or so. And yeah, people almost going into the pits, it seems. Rafael Spreng pits, interesting. It's a virtual safety car because I don't see a safety car on track. Pim Groenewegen, has he lost his front wing? I'm going to assume the safety car is caused by him hitting the wall and losing his front wing, and he did. He did. And we've got Tigges jumping in there. Bit unexpected to suddenly hear go. It is in the background. Okay, so this is going to be a bit confusing for the people in the FX only stream because they're suddenly going to hear Le Tigges.
Hello, FX only people. I'm now an effect from the in-game. Meow, meow.
I mean, if you you know, like the race director radio you hear in Formula E sometimes. Basically, all the announcements to all the drivers basically going public on team radio. Yeah, that's basically what Tigis is gonna maybe do. Anyways, the virtual safety car is over. Marian Zink continues on their merry way. Milan Derksen follows suit with Jure Palakowski breathing right down his neck, which is surprising considering that both are on hard, so I don't think the pace difference is that big, but I guess Hubert is more of a race pace guy. But Joshua Marshall, in just over a lap and a half, he's gone from 14th to 4th. Let me just throw you that. There you go. Position change. Don't exactly know what happened to Dominic, but basically he and Dominic have now swapped places. Rensing fastest lap. I'm not going to extra prize about that one. And there's someone going into the pits in the background. Rio Montanaro fastest lap. Lucas Derksen. Fastest lap this time from Marcel van Laar. And even the fastest lap now. This is about the pace that they were driving in the wet. So the fastest lap is going to come again this lap anyway. Oh, and he saw that one coming. He tried to avoid the wall, but he unfortunately couldn't steer away from it in time. That's a big shame for Lepidata Radu, who was doing so well in 6th place, but unfortunately he saw that wall coming for him and couldn't avoid it, and there's another virtual safety car because of it. And the best part is, no one's near the pit lane. It's just going to be people driving around at this point. Just once unlucky, twice unlucky for Lepidata here. Jobert's lost 2 seconds to Milan, meanwhile, as Marcel just kind of nonchalantly cuts the corner and gets a drive through for it. Well, not specifically for it, but yeah, he did gain a bit too much time. The virtual safety car is gone. Luke has served his drive through and he's still in 12th. The things that Dominic Kuchen can do surprise me sometimes, such as being behind someone who got a drive-through. Let's watch Lucas Derksen's progress, because I'm going to assume he's going to get close to an overtake here. You know, he's a top speed setup guy. Well, so it seems at least. Yeah, look at that, he's gaining, he's gaining. Is he gaining fast enough to try and make a move at the turn 1? Yes, he is. Goes for it. Leave him enough space on the outside. Joshua Marshall holds on around the outside with those medium tires, just being able to get on the throttle just a little earlier. Manages to hold on to 4th place for now, but DRS for Lucas Derksen should make this a fairly easy move. Pit van der Wegen, fastest lap. Lepidata Radu does pit now, but unfortunately that virtual safety car didn't gain him anything, and I think Lucas there did get hit from behind again. Joshua really looking for a space there, isn't he? It's kind of we have to go on board with him to see the best angle of this. Let's go on board with Ryu Montanaro. He has the best view of this battle unfolding in front of him. Now Ryu's been a consistent point scorer in this league so far. He's not scored any wins. He's scored, I think, a podium this season as well. Not fully sure, but at least I know he did get a his best finish is definitely 3rd on the podium in Mexico. His home race. Saeed Al-Falassi's hit the wall for the castle section. He seems to have lost the right side of his front wing, which is weird because the part where he hit the wall seems to be a part where he'd hit the left side of your front wing off. Whatever he's done, he's missing that part of his front wing now. He's either going to have to try and continue with it if it's not bad enough, or pit now. Yeah, inside knowledge from Lucas' side said that Milan's plan was to start on the hards and then if there was any early safety cars, swap onto mediums to do another set of mediums later, but clearly that isn't the case here. Maybe because it was a virtual safety car rather than a full safety car. That could have been a contributing factor, but Joshua Marshall still very close to Lucas Derksen. He's going to get DRS now. Saeed Al-Falassi then pits to replace his front wing. Luke Teunissen with a 44.4. That's 5 seconds faster than the pole lap. No, 4, sorry. Regardless, that's still a lot faster than the pole lap. Shows the big difference at Baku in conditions despite the similar top speeds reached. A bit of corner works here with that. He seems to have lost his gap to Lucas, as Lucas is now pulled into Jure Pawlikowski's DRS, and we have into the wall, clearly losing his front wing, Marcel van Laar. No safety car gets brought out for that one. He's now going to be right in front of Pim. Now Pim is going to have to hold his temperament here, not do anything stupid, because he is missing his front wing, so he is going to be slow as he spins. And that is why you are careful with curbs like those. Bit of an awkward return to track there. There's not much he could have done about it anyway. Ryu must have done something wrong as well. He's lost 2 seconds. He's lost 2.5 seconds or so to Joshua and Lucas. Lucas, understandably, with the fastest lap. Good job from Joshua, meanwhile, to have pulled back into DRS in that final sector. But unfortunately for him, Lucas has now got DRS himself. Raphael Spreng, fastest lap on the hards, as he appears to chase down. Oh! Nikos Alfiadis. I fear he might have gone round. He's got Luke Teunissen for company, who goes straight on, chooses to bail in the escape road at turn 2. Now that's better than knocking your front wing off, but then make sure you actually make it back to the track. And there goes Dominic, his teammate. Oh. An optimal situation to be in, but it's better for him to bail than to break his front wing, because that costs you even more time. Speaking of not bailing, Marcel van Laar's gone off. I'm going to have to review that one later on the stream, but I feel like he reset the track, but at the same time the angle at which he was returned to the track didn't seem like a reset the track. Raphael Spreng makes his way up to 7th as Marcel does more bad things to his front wing. Oh, he never pitted to replace it, I just realized that's weird. Looks like Joshua is definitely not catching the two in front of him this time. Let's go back to current tyres and tyre age. Lucas Derksen. Yes. The warnings. Do any more at this point. Make sure to not hit the wall or the curb that high. Remember, the curb there is pretty high, so you're gonna have to try and hit it at the right angle or have higher right height. Here he comes. He's not gonna send it. Good temperament from him. It's a temperament we normally know from Milan Derksen, but Lucas, despite his pace, oh, and Marcel van Laar, he's out, he's crashed. Turn 20, and that is a full safety car this time. This is, I think, what Milan's been waiting for. Now, it would not be a surprise to see Milan diving into the pits now to put on a set of mediums, and then go to another set of mediums towards the end of the race. He got a few at the back pitting. Fortunately, he's not. I wouldn't do that if I were them. I would have waited for another lap to pit, because that, I don't know, gives you just a 1 lap less of having to warm up and keep your tires up to temperature, and it gives you 1 lap of, well, less tire wear, even if it doesn't really matter that much. What will Marian Zink do? Will they pit, or will they stay out? It is time to find out. As we get to our 3rd safety car situation here at Baku on lap 7 already, meaning we won't get any more for the rest of the race. do pit. But for what? A set of hards. Yep, okay, so Milan Derksen stays out. Okay, so Milan has a change of strategy, I suppose. And this is an interesting case. Marian Zink, 4th on fresh hearts, is gonna probably go to the end of the race on this. Milan's gonna have to pit, but will be significantly faster. This is an interesting situation here. Oh, Dominic, what's happened? Has he gone round behind the safety car? Has he almost done a Grosjean? He's not hit the wall clearly, that's good for him. Let's not do a Grosjean right now, that's not a good idea. So yeah, it's especially important to look at tyre compounds right now. Interestingly, Raphael Sprang's pitted for a set of mediums. I think the two are going for opposite strategies of each other, with Raphael going for 2 pit stops, medium, or carrying this to the end somehow. I mean, you never know what people may try. And Marian Zink is going to try to carry the hearts to the end, which should be easily done. Though again, I have heard from other people that the hearts drop off significantly at a number of laps less than the current remaining amount of laps. Meaning that Marian Zink is going to experience a big drop off. Same thing with Joshua Marshall and Rio Montano, as well as Luke Teuниssen and Nikos Aviades, as well as, oh, by the way, Raphael. There's no way Raphael's going to carry mediums to the end of 17 remaining laps. That is close to physically impossible without probably getting into a situation like me in Mexico. Well, and unfortunately I got punished for taking that risk. It's a shame, but there's not much I can do about it. I suppose the safety car will be coming in this lap. Everyone will have caught the safety car by the time it gets here. We should be getting close. Yeah, okay, it's the end of Sector 2. That is the decision mark on this track. Lots of experience will tell you that one. Here we come, down the hill, and the game says 3, 2, 1. Safety car in this lap. Expected. Here they come. Get ready for 17 laps of racing action. Milan Derksen holds them all up. He's going to try and hold them up as long as he can. He's floored the throttle now. We restart here on the streets of Baku. He's done a good restart. Oh, and straight on Joshua Marshall. He's had to bail, unfortunately. You know, there's one thing I'm seeing in this league race so far that I haven't seen in other leagues before, and that's people genuinely bailing when they see they can't make a corner. Normally I just see people slamming into the wall. I mean, I wouldn't look at Lepidatu Radu and blame him for that. He didn't do anything wrong. Got a battle here between Ryu Montan. No, it goes a little deep and Rafael Spring takes advantage of it. Switch back into 2 positions. Oh, and he goes round. Oh, and more chaos. Nikos Alfiades round. Dominic Kuchen round. Marian Zink has dropped a few positions. It's chaos all over the place, and wow, there's people really cutting that curb. You can just see how much faster Rafael is than the cars ahead of him. But oh yeah, if you can't get past, then you can't get past. Well, Rafael's done more things now. Make sure not to hit the car in front of you here, or get hit by Luke Teunissen. You see, Luke brakes a lot earlier. A lot of people running on really low downforce here. Maybe a little lift off there. Here comes Pim Pitts. Why would you pit now, though? Unless he has damage, that could be a contributing factor. Let's have a little look, shall we? That was the wrong pit box, fellas. And no, he just pits onto new tires. Pim, what are you doing? And the best part is he comes out only just behind Dominic. Well, Rafael Spreng's the main one to focus on his progress right now. He's progressing fast. Ooh! Oh! It's gone wrong! Ryu felt a bit of that panic, and he's not even taking any damage. Incredible. He's hit the wall, not taking any damage. You wouldn't think it was possible if you heard of it, but there you go. Now you've seen it, and we've had Dominic go around again. Oh, outspeed. He chooses not to. He's just so much faster on acceleration. Looks a bit too fast there. Going to be looking at this battle. And surely not Ryu's already out of ERS now. Let's have a little look at the telemetry. Oh, he is out of ERS. It's unbelievable. I think that Rafael should just keep his temperament. Going down the inside of the next opportunity. I'll accelerate him here and make light work of Ryu Montano. Just how he would have seen it happening. He's had DRS as well. Luke Teunissen, hope he doesn't go for a stupid dive. Oh, brakes really early to avoid hitting the back of anyone. Oh, Ryu does struggle a little bit with walls today. Luke profits off of the ghosting there. With that battle out of the way, let's watch this battle. Another medium runner chasing down a hard runner. This time it's the train behind Joshua Marshall from the Joshua Marshall Lepidatu Radu and Marian Zink, which is relatively closely followed by the battle between Saeed Al-Falassi and I would say Nikos Alfiades, because I could almost swear I saw another car behind Saeed, but apparently not. I love how after all this time there's still a spark shower going on at the castle section on the left hand side, but okay. Fireworks are always fun, I guess. Marion Zink. But that's a rather dropped DRS on Joshua Marshall, so this is going to be easy work for Marion Zink to even get as alongside before they even get to DRS. On a top speed setup. And, well, they're past before they even get to the start finish line. Battle at the front is still raging on. Rafael's pulled into DRS at the top 3. Oh, and Rio Montano. He's trying his best. He's unfortunately suffering from the problems of someone who uses traction control like myself. It's cost him a lot of time, but well, you're not allowed to... Oh, it's straight on goes Nikos Alfiadis as well. Imagine if that was in real life and Nikos Alfiadis just drives in a straight line towards him and hits him. That would have been pretty funny. Meanwhile, Rafael Spreng's gone. Now, we heard during the pre-quali lobby moment that his game crashed, so I'm going to assume that just happened again. That's a major setback for him. It's the battle between the top 3 here. Not much happening on this side here. Don't think anything's going to happen for now. How about the battle between Joshua Marshall and Marion Zink? Oh, Joshua goes into the pits, okay. You can also do that. He goes into the pits, he puts on a new front wing, interesting. Don't see any damage on it on my screen, but it could have damage. Now Rafael Spreng. I hope he doesn't get dropped in a very bad place when he does retake control of his car. So he could end up going straight into a wall. He's probably waiting for the right moment to do it, which is here, in my opinion. No, he's probably going to let the... Oh, there you go. Oh, that was the middle of a corner. He's still within DRS, so it's not been as much of a setback as I thought it would be, luckily. Yuri Palakovsky, he's going to have to push a little to get back into DRS. And he does so. Got a little DRS beep there. Luke Tönnison's caught up to the train as well, so he's not going to train at the top 5. Decisions. Rafael Spreng right behind this train. All 3 cars in front still need to pit. And it happened again. Oh! Almost into the wall goes Luke Tönnissen. A nice recovery there. You can see interestingly more, I would say professional, but it's not known a professional line. But Raphael takes a completely different approach to certain corners. You can see it's paying off really well for him. How much closer he can get just by braking alone. And now Lucas Derksen's in trouble. Oh! Little touch. A little touch. But luckily it goes right this time. Little DRS beep, and Milan Derksen's in the pits. Your race leader is in the pits. And as expected, he goes on to mediums. That's 11 laps on mediums. Will he make that? Possibly. Does he have clean air? Well, not entirely, but clean air enough. So that means Raphael Spring now leads the race. Wait. Oh dear, ladies and gentlemen, have I missed something? Guess I missed the overtake for the lead there. I was too focused on the race leader pitting, which is an important part of the race as well, though, luckily. Luke Tennyson and Lucas Derksen, I guess. Battle of the Lukes. That's going to be a main talking point for now, and then at the end of this straight we're going to swap over to Lepidot Radovi, chased down by Milan Derksen on new tyres. He's not going to be able to do it here. And Milan Derksen, oh, he's going to make light work of this if he can choose the right side in time and get past. Up into 6th place for now. Yuri Palakowski in the pits. Hits onto medium tyres. Milan's in a good spot right now. He's got a lot of space to set some good laps and gain a lot of time. I think that's something that Lucas doesn't realize at this point, although Lucas could also be focused on just making it to the end of the race on mediums after they pit then. No DRSA now, unless he can pull within a second before the detection zone, which doesn't look like he can, and he hasn't. I can't even change left. I can't even change left and right here between drivers. It's that's why. Oh, what on earth is going on? It's better now. Can see. Let's do leader gap right now, so we can see the gap between Raphael and Milan, and yeah, it is dropping, and I mean it is dropping rapidly as well. Look at that. Gaining 10th per corners, nearly. Mainly on acceleration, it seems. Not everywhere, clearly. But through some complexes, for sure. Look at that. Another 10th gained there alone. There's another half. There's another half. This is a little bit of there. Let's see how it is in this next part. Now, is it going to be Marian Zink's turn to stop him? So Marian Zink's gamble, well, I mean, I was going to say it didn't pay off, but there was not really a gamble since they lost a lot of time with a little incident. The little incident. Oh, he's right at the back, isn't he now? Here he comes! Marian Zink. Looks that was just be a light snack for this man here. Easy top speed. Joshua Marshall's out. That's down at turn 20 and we're getting another safety car. I guess the limit is higher than I thought it was. This, however, is not good news for Milan. Unless no one ahead of him pits. This is good news, however, for Lucas. Lucas Derksen can profit off of this. Joshua, oh, he's not. And Saeed Al-Falassi pits for softs. Now, knowing Baku, softs definitely don't go that long. But everyone's free to try what they think is best. Lapadatu Radu changes onto a quality used set of mediums. Let's see what happens here at the front. I'm going to assume Lucas Derksen immediately dives into the pit lane. And he does. So does the entire top three here. And Derksen, he's trying his absolute... Oh, I was going to say he's trying his absolute best to race down towards first corner to get out in the lead. Oh, everyone's pitting for softs. Apart from Luke, who's gone onto mediums. Interesting choices are being made here. Milan Derksen, I think he's also just gone onto a set of... No, he goes on a set of mediums. Oh. Milan, what are you doing? Let's see, has he thrown it away or not? This could have been a win for Milan, actually. But we don't know. Maybe he threw it away, maybe he didn't. We'll have to see later. Maybe he'll be able to make those overtakes stick. My prediction now goes to easier than expected win for Rafael. The safety car is out, and once again, for I don't know how many laps, how many races in a row now we've had in this league, we're gonna get a crazy finale to this race. It just keeps happening. And there's nothing we can do about it. Safety car will definitely not be coming in this lap. Now, if Dominic could score some points in this race, that would be great. Now, interestingly, I made a prediction last weekend where I said at least 5 people will DNF this race, and incredibly, that hasn't happened. Now, I'm going to just say this is probably the reduced damage that does that, but still, it's good to see that a lot of people were able to keep it, well, out of the walls is really, I don't want to say here, but that people were able to keep it from constantly stacking it into the walls as much. As happened last season, for example, where, well, not a lot of people took part last season, but I won by, was it like more than 20 to 40 seconds or so. Unfortunately, people stacked it into the wall a little too much. Is the game going to think of the Haas here, or is it just going to be like, haha, you're too slow? I feel like if they go slow enough, he will be able to catch if it goes in this lap. However, he's been driving 2 laps on, and this is the 3rd lap on softs of full race speed now. That's not good for him. There's a spark shower at the castle section. It looks funny every time they go past it. And the safety car is not in this lap. So we go from 5 laps of racing to 4. Interesting. It's getting crazier. Five seconds for Dominic for collision with Montano. And yeah, stupidly enough, Nikos Alfiadis has caught the queue. Smart decision from Dominic here to, well, I mean, if he broke from understandable, but hey. He's gonna get new tires and he only loses 1 position anyway. Let's see if Dominic can score points today. Switch back to interval. I don't think tires really matter at this point. We've got a bunch of people on mediums, which is a questionable choice. Especially Ryu not pitting on mediums with 9 laps, but okay. So just switch over to penalties here. Sorry if you hear a weird noise every once in a while, like it's the little volume controls ringing in my headphones, scraping along my wheel. Happens sometimes with the way I'm sitting on my chair right now. Now get ready for a restart. So a crazy Azerbaijan Grand Prix, or race thingy. It doesn't really matter, does it? I understand that Tigges wants the realism, but I don't think there's any point in replacing the word Grand Prix with race or event as he does. Personally, I like me using the word race better because saying Azerbaijan event is better than, or Baku event in their case. I think saying Azerbaijan or race of Azerbaijan is better. Still, it's an opinion. Everyone's different. allowed to have their own. Anyways, safety car in this lap. Rafael Spring from Lucas Derksen dictates the pace. It's going slow enough. It's not going yet. It's just moving around a little. He's going to leave it late, as you would do at Baku, because you don't want the people behind you to be able to switch into it. And he goes. Lucas follows extremely closely. And Hubert's already dropped a position or two. And we've got Milan making his first move on his teammate, so it was probably mild team orders there, almost a touch in the background. In the foreground, actually. We go side by side, Marian Zink and Hubert Palkowski. Marian loses the rear. You can really see that Ferrari struggles with firing up those tires a little. And Dominic's done it again. 4 laps of racing. It's a crazy end to this race. What will we see here at the front? Let's watch Pim Groenewegen and Hubert Palkowski chasing him down. We've got Milan Derksen already dropping a bit of time to the top 3. Could have been because he had to fight. Well, he didn't really have to fight, but he had to keep track of the people around him, including Pim, who he had to pass. Derksen dropping time to Rafael. Luke gaining time on him. Marian Zink with a 3-second penalty. I don't exactly know where they got that from. It's important to keep that in mind. Oh! Big scrape, and into the wall goes Hubert Palkowski, and that is absolutely disastrous. With 3 laps to go, with no front wing. Now whether or not he's going to actually replace it or not, that's a big question. I feel like you wouldn't want to at this point. I think you'd be better off just not replacing it at this point. But let's see what he does. Rafael Sprang, fastest lap on softs. Understandable, and he stays out. He's doing pretty decently with no front wing, although he did go a bit deep into that corner here. Montanel trying to chase him. You can see the top speed advantage you have when you have no front wing, which is what Hubert is probably thinking of right now. See, he keeps going deep into a lot of corners, unfortunately for him. Marian Zink, ooh, that 3 seconds penalty is going to cost them. We might still get some reports here and there after the race, obviously. So don't count any position changes out just yet. They can still very much happen. Look at the top speed advantage that Hubert Palkowski has. He must have set his car up for a bit more downforce originally. This gives him a huge advantage right now. DRS enabled for 2 more laps of racing. Now Lucas Derksen, I know he can smell the victory. He can almost taste it. Just a little too far back right now. Hubert Palkowski, look at that, almost overtaking the car ahead. Pim Groenewegen. Yeah, Marian Zink's gone past them. That's already what I figured. But will Pim fight back? He's on hard, so I doubt that. Yeah, look, he's dropping too much time to be able to. Rio Montanel. Yeah, well, I was going to say you can try, but look at that. DRS, so not going to happen. Oh, Milan Derksen is in the wall! He's hit the inside. He's hit the inside wall and throws what would have been such a good race straight down the bin. Oh, and a contact between Rio Montano and Jure Palakowski sends Jure Palakowski around. He's recovered from that one nicely, and he will still score points, but it's all coming down now. What can Luke Teunissen do? Can he push to get close? Imagine he'd be trying to spend all of his ERS now. You look at the steering wheel, see. Yeah, they're both at about similar ERS levels right now. Yeah, but Lepanatu Radu here on Rio Montano, because obviously Rio Montano's touch has caused a bit of a gap to be closed behind him, so that's going to cause maybe an overtake or so. Though I think he's too far away to do it. Maybe you won't see a crazy final lap, but we'll definitely see a crazy finish to this race. We've already seen that now. For this race to actually finish, because in order to win, you must actually finish first and not get any penalties. That's also an important factor of winning, especially here where Lucas last season got 2 of his wins taken away by a penalty. One most controversially at Silverstone, where he pushed someone off the track. Okay, well, Dominic Kuhan is unfortunately going to be our midfield merchant again, sitting out there just outside those points. He can taste it, but he can't get it. Oh my, Pim. Unfortunate for him to get a penalty on that final lap, because he could have P4 because of it. Well, we're seeing chaos, but this man's had it in control. That strategy worked out especially well with the safety car in the end. He made the gamble. It already looked like it was going to easily pay off against Milan Derksen. But here he comes now. Rafael Spreng wins the race of Baku. Lucas Derksen comes home second, and Luke Teunissen comes home third. There's Marian Zink coming home ahead of Pim Groenewegen. Good race for him in 5th place. Shame from Milan Derksen DNFing with only 3 laps to go. Said Al-Falassi scores a big handful of points, coming home in 6th place. Rio Montano 7th. Lepanatu Radu 8th. Jure Palakowski only misses out just to 8th place, a 31 thousandths of a second, with no front wing to boot. And remember, he was behind Lepanatu Radu before the last lap. Nikos Alfiades, also with no front wing, comes on for that final points position. Well, Mr. Midfield Merchant comes across the main straight to collect his 4th outside the top 10 finish of the season. Is he gonna do a donut or so? Oh, he does. What a donut! That was a good one. But you're a winner here, Rafael Spreng. What a race. Rafael Spreng becomes, I think, the first driver to win 2 races this season. Which is incredible, because we're at race 6. I mean, this happened last season as well, although we did have the same person winning the first 2 races, but after that we had, if you count that second race, we basically had like 7 or 8 different winners in a row. It's amazing, but it's always possible. And there you go. Now let's see, is the podium cutscene gonna win? Win? Happen, Yep, there it is. Rafael Spreng. Oh, wow. He steals Lucas' moves there. Lucas just got grittied on. I wonder how he'll feel about that one. There he goes. Collects the silverware for the team at Maranello. And, well, helps their team extend their, I think, championship advantage. Spray sparkly stuff on that podium. It may only be virtual, but the racing may not be real. The emotions and well, competition surely are real. That's your podium for today. A familiar podium at this point. And a very welcome one. So, less chaos than expected here at Baku today. I fear we may not be getting the race results screen. Yeah, we won't. That's what happens when you watch the podium cutscene, but I'm kind of forced to. Well, that's a bit of a shame. But yeah, that's it. That's your race. It was more interesting than I thought, more strategic, and what a quali session. I think the quali session was actually more exciting than the race itself. Anyways, let's move to the post-race talk and maybe get some opinions from a few people. I'm gonna just leave the game, and we swap over to the, let me change it to post-race discussion screen. So yeah, I haven't been reading chat all race, but yes, as Tiga said indeed. Oh, a new item. What's the name? Helmut Marco. Anyways, let's see if we can get some drivers in here. Meanwhile, I'm gonna start by just yelling at people. Okay, alright, let me just, anyways. I just say yes, sire, instead of yes, sir. Okay, let me just, throw my new promenade here in the background. Okay, FX only should now have my voice just for the purpose of doing the interviews properly. I don't know if it does. It doesn't really matter. I will report myself. Alright, let me drag Marceau in here. Alright, let's see. There we go. Is that also up here on the stream? Yes, hello. Alrighty. Let me just quickly this in front. Well, race didn't really go to plan today. Obviously that can happen sometimes. Yeah, well, there's much you can do about that, is there? Apart from avoiding the walls, but that's not always as easy as it sounds.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, no, Baku obviously missed a possibility of grab a handful of points, but I would rather say, how are you feeling about the next race rather than this one? If we look forward, that is at the Red Bull Ring, Austria.
I think I'm pretty confident, to be honest. In most other league races, I have taken a lot of wins and podiums around there, so I'm pretty confident to do the same there.
Yeah, obviously. Compared, I mean, I would say for myself that would also be relatable when I was driving. Though unfortunately, I actually won at Baku, so I can't really put a comparison of being better. But yeah.
You know, the incident just occurred. I just took too much curb on the exit of the corner, which caused me to lose the car and crash into the wall.
Yeah. Obviously, I mean, you were one of only, was it two or three retirements this race, which was somewhat of a surprise. Most people predicted there would be more DNFs this race than just 3. Yeah. So you were the first one, and then we had Joshua. Joshua, who crashed on the exit of 20, and then obviously Milan's super unfortunate incident down at turn 3, where he managed to absolutely clout the inside wall with only 3 laps to go. So yeah, it wasn't really a good day for the people who did DNF.
No, it wasn't. Well,
despite a familiar top, we did see a lot of chaos, and we've got a few people scoring a handful of points who haven't been there before.
Yes.
So yeah, hope everything goes better next race.
Yeah. Well, I had a collision with Said. And the castle section, if I watched the replay from both POVs, and he actually made a mistake, which caused me to get the wing damage, as you saw when you were spectating me. He spun, and I took his rear, and then he just, I don't know what he did, but then just binned it into the wall, taking me with him. So yeah, pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. Well, I mean, Said is familiar with incidents like that happening. It happened last season with him, where he actually got spun round and then hit by another car who was completely unable to avoid. It's a bit of a shame, but yeah. Well, it's what you expect at Baku, unfortunately. So oh dear. Okay, Said. Speaking of which, hot in now in the reports channel. You're being reported by Said. So.
I admit I was going slow, so I didn't hit the wall. It steered into me, causing
me a red wing.
Wait, but I don't.
Oh yeah, okay. I know exactly where the incident happened.
Yeah, the castle section, the entry of the castle section.
I mean, if it was going into the castle section, then in my opinion, it is either one of the two cars' responsibility to pull out of that one.
Yeah,
and if it's the corner before it, then still, that's not a good corner to go side by side into.
No, I was already on the inside. It was the whole front wing before him, but I understand you want to keep the position, but it wasn't the very good place to go defensive, so I would say it.
Yeah, okay, well, I mean, I don't really have much I want to ask. Obviously, you didn't really have much of a race today. But
no,
yeah,
I
mean,
didn't.
Obviously, you're still in that settle-in period in this league anyway, so anything can be forgiven at that point. And I'll hope that the next race goes well for you. I'm gonna get Ryu in here. I thought Ryu was not gonna do a voice interview, rather a text interview, but he's in the interview waiting room anyway, so okay. I'm gonna move you back to the rest, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your week, and then hopefully the next race goes better for you.
Thank you very much. You the same. Bye.
And okay, we have got Ryu in here anyway.
They're all awake.
Oh, okay. Well, if they're all awake, then there's no big deal. Then it's no big deal indeed anyway. So yeah, that's a decent handful of points, even if it didn't really go to plan at first. You were looking for a pretty high position considering your decent qualifying. Oh no, I think no, your qualifying was actually not decent, but then you had
Yeah,
a
not very
good
good.
first stint, making up like a position or two. And then,
Yeah, Lucas and I were cutting through the field a lot.
getting
so we
into
were
a
P4
good, getting
and 5
into
at
a
one
good
point.
position, and then yeah, unfortunately I think the safety cars also a bit ruined the strategy, and then at the end that collision with Hubert was
Yeah.
I think more caused by him having no front wing.
Yeah, no front wing. That's what I was telling Lucas. I'm like, it's so AIDS like driving in like Hubert in front of me because he has no front wing.
You could notice I was watching those final few laps from your onboard. You could see a lot of the corners he went deep every single time, and then on the
Yeah.
straights he would just
He was
completely
rapid.
gone. He would vanish on every straight.
Yeah. Yeah, he was pretty fast in the straights. I mean, I have a pretty like low drag setup, and he was still like gaining time.
But yeah, well, obviously Baku is always a good opportunity to score a few points, and we just did just that. I don't think a penalty will change anything if you get one. I don't.
No.
Let me quickly check.
I don't think so.
The next car behind you finished. Okay, two cars finished within 3 seconds behind you. So it might still change something, but we don't know. We would have to see. Fun
We'll
fact:
see.
Hubert was actually right behind Lepidatu Radu for most of those final few laps, and he actually almost caught him across the line. He actually missed out
Yeah.
by 31 thousandths. That's kind
Yeah,
of funny.
if there was,
I guess
if I
he
had
saw the
one- if there
benefit
was
in
one
that
more lap in it.
loss of front wing anyway.
yeah, because I was telling Lucas in our VC, I was like, when Hubert crashed, I was like, he has to pit. There's no way he doesn't. But then I saw all the benefits when he was just zooming in the straights.
So, yeah, I need to quickly think if there's anything specific I need to talk about here. Let me quickly check. I know what I can look at. So with 7th provisional place, you pick up 6 points. And if we take a quick look at the standings that were there after Bahrain, you were 8th. And considering the next car below you is 14 points behind, you're probably going to remain 8th. No, you're going to go up to 7th because Milan didn't score any points and he was 2 points ahead. So yeah, well, a position in the championship gained regardless. So yeah, that's always good.
Let's go.
You always take that. But yeah, not much else I want to ask anyway. So yeah, just enjoy the rest of your day next week, and hopefully next race goes well, just as well as this one, if not better.
Yep.
Well, hopefully put you back to the rest, and then yeah, enjoy. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Alright, see ya.
Okay, hello Lucas. Well, I mean, P2. Luckily, it's not that much of a sour P2. It's behind Raphael out of the anyone, so it's not that bad.
Rafi was like a position out of me, so really bad.
Raphael is ahead. There is someone ahead of him. Terrible.
No, there are multiple
I mean,
people out of me.
I mean, there's someone ahead of you.
Oh, I closed a little. I came 3 points closer to Luke and Rafi, like, yeah, P1.
Yeah, indeed. We quickly check current standings from Bahrain, and we see. Okay, you were 7.
Rafi nearly died at the end. I saw him like go wee.
7 points behind Raphael becomes 15 points. Okay, but yeah, okay, you will most definitely remain 4th in the championship because you had 12 points behind, 7 points ahead. That 7 points ahead becomes bigger, and the 12 points behind becomes bigger as well. So, opinions on Milan's incident 3 laps to go.
I saw yellow flag. I opened my ears, and I heard someone slamming on his desk. So I knew what happened, and I saw him in the wall, and Next to
Yeah,
his name was DNF.
obviously I'll
so he
fill in
crashed.
a little there. What I saw from my perspective is he hit the inside wall at turn 3 at full speed and broke his
No!
wall.
Oh, what a clown! Oh, bro, killed
'Cause
himself.
I saw when you guys all went past, his left front wheel was gone and yeah, he was standing.
Wait,
just the other
I'm
side,
going
yeah.
into your live stream now.
You can check that one in a moment. So,
Did you see me die in thing in?
watched you die. Wait, where
Yeah,
exactly?
Milan got really lucky starting P2.
You got. Oh yeah, you dying during qualifying. I don't think I saw that on spot. but-
Let's say I clipped the inside wall of the crash corner, and then
Oh yeah.
I
Wait, I
got
remember
taken
now.
out.
I remember now.
And my wheel was when I was in replay watching someone go through the castle section, you could see my wheel laying there.
Ah, on
I
your
was like,
screen there was a wheel. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, And then Pim died. Did you see Pim dying?
Pim had a moment.
Yeah, Pim died in what is it?
Then Pim had a moment, and still ended up like 6th.
Pim died in
Fifth,
pit lane.
even. Pim actually got 5th. So yeah, it's.
Wait, did he end 5th in the main race?
Yes, it just shows that
Oh, great.
it doesn't matter where you start.
No, it doesn't matter for me. Yeah,
And
it's
the
thing.
finishing order wasn't it? Raphael, Lucas, Luke, Marian, Pim, Said, Ryu, Lepidatu, Hubert.
Milan got
Nicholas.
screwed by that fucking safety car as well.
I
got really
got
lucky.
massively screwed by the safety car at the end.
He wasn't first, but he was so slow.
Milan
Bro-
could have easily won the race had that last
Yeah,
safety
but-
car not happened. Or at
but
least he could have gotten
he was-
close to winning.
But he was so slow. Like me and Hubert were like on his tail, but Hubert kept making mistakes, and I couldn't get past Hubert. So then I was just stuck behind Hubert. Hubert couldn't overtake Milan, and Rafi and Luke catched up, and then Rafi nearly took me out. And then Milan boxed. Hubert died. Hubert did a Hamilton in P1 in lap 1, at turn 1. And then I let Rafi past, so I led the whole race for 2 corners. Levels, cooking, ratio.
Yeah. Well, I mean, regardless of P2 is always good to get.
Yeah, sad. It could have been more.
Yeah.
But I heard from someone that Rafi took someone out, or at least tagged someone around.
I am Rafi.
You know what that means, right?
That could indeed be a penalty, and if a penalty comes his way, there's a gap of 1.455 seconds, so it's very possible that
If he gets a penalty, he's
you
screwed.
could finally be given a win by a penalty for the first time.
Actually,
be
I
nice
killed
to see.
someone as well. I went to turn 3. Oh wait, I overtook the Haas in lap 3 or 4 or something. I didn't even use ERS. I just went straight past him. And then at turn 3, I always brake
Oh, yeah.
brake early.
I know exactly which house you meant. I was watching him when it happened.
Yeah, I always brake early to get on this track to get a
and then,
better exit
and then
and
he tried
to not break my wing.
First,
And then he just
locked
went
up.
straight.
He locked up, tried to make the corner, then tried to bail out and still hit the wall. he turned
Yeah, I
a little into the corner, then tried to bail out, and yeah, unfortunately, still ended up in the wall. So, but
Yeah, and then
you
also
can't- but as far as I could see, you can't be blamed for that.
yeah, I broke early. That made him go scary mode. But
Yeah, but that's
I
not
always
something
break
that
early.
someone can be
that's what
blamed
happened
for.
with I overtook Fatnik, and then he tapped me on the rear like 3 times in a row. So I was like, Also, Rafi tried to overtake at every overtaking spot, like every corner he tried to get past me. So he took me also around like 3 times.
Yeah, I noticed there was a lot of like differences in braking speeds. You were kind of having the situation I had in Miami last year, where I had to brake like really early almost everywhere, and everyone behind me just braked so much later, and still
Costing
made
me
the
the win.
corner somehow. And I was like, what the hell?
Costing me the win.
But, well, yep, there you go. That's F1 for you. Sometimes it just don't work. I guess it's-
Sometimes it may be shit, sometimes it may be good.
and I guess that's also partially a setup issue.
everyone was running so high wings. I was like, what the fuck are you on about?
Raphael's braking point was ridiculously late, and he still made every corner somehow. Like,
Yeah,
I think it was
trail
when he was
braking.
right.
He has so much.
When he was right
Yes.
behind you, I was completely convinced he was just gonna full on hit you, and then he somehow still.
Yeah, I was like, on what cheat engine are you? What Thomas Runner.exe did you download?
What kind of 5% grip increase? Like, actually, thinking of that, if you get hacks, why wouldn't you literally just get hacks that are like subtle enough that you wouldn't notice? No, instead, the people who get hacks always get hacks that are a bit too obvious. It's just like, bruh.
Jamie Mills and Thomas Runner moment. But Runner didn't get caught yet, so.
He hasn't been physically caught, he's only been accused.
It's a bit sus, not gonna lie. I got at the formation lap as well. I got screwed by what Ryu and me touched. At like just before.
Yeah,
we
I
went into
noticed
the
that.
box.
That's I commented on that on the stream as well.
I
It's
was
the
like,
two
what
Aston
the
Martins
fuck?
going out. Luckily, it was only while you were already going close towards the grid, so it wasn't that much of a disaster like the.
Oh no! I started 1.5 meters behind, and or I don't know what the gap is, and I had 70-degree tires on the
Yay!
hards,
Always
so I
fun.
was screwed.
Alright, anyways, I'm just gonna.
But Luke had the
end
same, so
stream
it
here
wasn't
anyway,
that
So
bad.
I'm just gonna put you back in general, then I'll be there in a moment. Alright. Moving FX only back to no microphone. Ta-da. Alright, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.